Station Command Post in Smithtown, New York.
Well, time to find out how the weather's shaping up for the rest of the night.
Good sleeping weather, I hear anyway, Glenn.
Any weather is good sleeping weather at 12:27, Loretta.
One big hurdle down for a plan to control flooding in Greenbrier County. The House of Representatives today approved spending $20 million for flood control in the Greenbrier Valley. The money will help fund projects by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The Corps and local communities would decide what flood control methods to use. Some possible options: levees, flood walls, and floodplain relocation. The Senate has its own version of the bill. It calls for spending $500,000 on a study. The Greenbrier River flooded twice this year, causing extensive damage.
Some irrigation.
A building that once housed some of Tazewell County's orphans is being spruced up for a new use by a group of kids. 15 teens and 7 adults from a Pennsylvania church have come to help renovate a sister church. Pastor Skip Bowman says he took over the Bluefield Community Alliance Church about a year and a half ago and decided it needed some major work. He's glad the young group was able to help.
Decided to come down and help us, and
the teens raised $3,000 for the renovations. The group started the work on Saturday and plans to be finished by the end of the week.
$50 limit.
I think you better watch out just to get a credit card in the mail. At least I know I do. Well, coming up, black lung is something we may associate with coal mining.
But workers in another field are claiming they have it too. The story's still ahead.
It amounts to about a $200 million lawsuit against CSX and Norfolk Southern Railroads. The claim that railroad workers got lung disease from rock and coal dust and that the companies were negligent. Nearly 100 railroad track maintenance workers from West Virginia, and 2 other states filed suit. The employees worked with chunks of rock that tracks are built on, either on machines that break up the rock or beside trucks that dumped piles of the rock. The suits claim workers were unaware of the danger and the railroad companies didn't protect them.
Tamarack is...
Tonight in Healthline 6, swimmer's ear. It's painful and unfortunately for too many a side effect of swimming. And if you don't tap all the water out of your ears after you swim, you could be in for trouble. Swimmer's ear is caused by bacteria that's in oceans, lakes, pools, even hot tubs. That bacteria gets in your outer ear canal and can cause an infection. Those who are most susceptible to this problem are those who remove too much wax from their ears or let too much build up.
It's very easily treated with antibiotic drops, and it's usually manifest by ear pain, drainage, stuffiness in the ear, and usually lasts with treatment only about 3 to 7 days.
Doctors recommend flushing the ear with vinegar and equal parts of distilled water to treat swimmer's ear, then using a hair dryer on its cool setting to thoroughly dry the ear canal. Now, if you're waiting to try Olestra for yourself, that fake fat, you'll have to wait a little while longer. Procter & Gamble is test marketing snack foods with Olestra, but only in 3 states, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Colorado. Olestra has been highly criticized by some consumer groups, but the company says it's received few complaints about one for every 3,000 bags of snack foods sold so far. Foods that contain Olestra are required to carry a warning that it may cause stomach cramps and diarrhea. Now time to look into our medical mailbag. Tonight's question comes from Mercer County, where a viewer wants to know, what do you do for very dry skin? Hand lotions have not seemed to help. For our answer, here's Dr. Nelson Velasquez.
Short showers with warm water is very important. If you want a person that likes to take long showers or long baths, that is obviously the wrong thing to do if you have a tendency to develop dry skin.
You might also consider lotions with hydrocortisone, according to Dr. Velasquez. Mail us your medical question, and we'll track down an answer for you. Write to us at Healthline 6, P.O. Box 1930, Bluefield, West Virginia, 24701.
Some good advice, sir.
Thank you.
And coming up in the weather doctor will soon be in.
That's right. We'll find out the prognosis for the rest of the week right after this. So you say it's good sleeping weather.
Yes, at this point, I could probably sleep through a hurricane right now.
I tell you what, it is kind of rough going on late, but we do appreciate people sticking with us because we've worked all night to be here.
Yeah, we've had my feet propped up watching gymnastics for about 2 hours tonight.
Well, that's
Tell the boss.
Yeah.
Hey, they're asleep. They should be anyway. Let's check some numbers. Let's go out to the Mercer County Airport. We might move them back to Monday, depending on how things go. We just don't know at this
Well, that's
point.
the handy part of having a computer.
Well, you have to put the last day up in the 4-day, so we just throw it up there.
Okay. Thanks, Glenn.
I'm kidding.
Thanks, Glenn. Sure. Coming up in sports, a recap of tonight's Olympic action.
Also, West Virginia's Olympic hero gets a welcome home. Mark?
Yeah, they rolled out the red, white, and blue.
Well, some Olympic events tonight that maybe aren't as high profile.
Yeah, it was
This
kind of a
weekend game.
mixed bag tonight.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're off early. Track and field, they'd still be pumping.
I know,
You
and boy, it's going to be exciting tomorrow.
That's
but
right.
That's
Michael
tomorrow.
Johnson goes
Yeah.
starts going for that double tomorrow, but that is tomorrow. And for the first 16-4,
Gosh.
Homer Dome. It's easy to hit them in there.
Sure, good point. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We appreciate people sticking around with us tonight, and I tell you, I am looking so forward to tomorrow and Michael
Be a big
Johnson
night.
again.
I think the final
200.
actually is on Thursday. I'm wanting
Oh,
to
is it?
qualify.
Qualifying it. Yeah, that's even exciting for me, though, watching him run anytime.
Yeah,
It's
it's
wonderful.
just like whenever he wants to, he just runs.
It's
Leaves
a way
them
to be.
behind.
Yeah.
That's the news for tonight. Thanks for being with us.
The Tonight Show is next, and then back to the Olympics.
Come on, Shell.
Tim Allen found the dog with the help of Shaba, his black lab. It was found in this wooded area near Honeycutt Field and not far from Allen's home. The dog was tied to this tree with this heavy chain, and the animal had apparently been hit in the head with a heavy object.
I thought at first when I seen him, I thought he was hit or something. But when I got closer and stuff, seen the chain on him, and then I seen there was flies and maggots and stuff all over the top of his head.
This area is a reported teen hangout, and that's who Humane Society officials plan on questioning. Teens who may have been in this area and may know what happened to this animal. The dog has been stitched up since he was found yesterday, but don't let the sutures fool you. Vets say the dog was hit so hard, much of its skull was smashed away in the beating. It's not known how long the dog was suffering in the woods, but vets say he is very traumatized by the ordeal, and it's not known if he will even recover. Humane Society officials say whoever did this will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
It was my idea. It was definitely my idea. You can talk to the chairman of the board or any member of the executive committee of the trustees. I definitely plan to retire.
That was the word from Bluefield College President Roy Dobbins today, but sources tell News Center 6 there was mounting pressure on Dobbins to retire.
You better be extremely careful, because I'll bring a slap one on you, because none of this is nothing more than just rumor and allegations.
But a source tells News Center 6 that the night before Dobbins retired, the Board of Trustees voted to ask for Dobbins' resignation, citing the school's financial problems. But Dobbins apparently beat college officials to the punch. The next day, he apparently told the college's executive committee he was retiring. On that same day, 2 other high-ranking officials were told they were out of a job. One of them, the school's vice president of finance, the other, a woman investigated for allegedly having improper relations with the Baptist College president. All 3 were apparently implicated in an anonymous letter sent to the school's trustees earlier this year. The letter reportedly alleged Dobbins and the female employee were having an affair. It also told of serious financial problems dealing with money students owed the college. That letter apparently spawned this letter in return. News Center 6 obtained a copy of a memorandum written by the college's executive committee and board of trustees to all faculty and staff members on campus. It referred to the allegations made against Dobbins and a female employee, and it asked employees to come forward with any information they may have. It also asked teachers and staff members to keep the board in their prayers. The allegations that Dobbins conducted himself improperly with the female employee were never proven, but serious financial losses were, to the tune of almost $1 million. Part of the reason for the financial troubles on campus may have been that many students were getting what amounted to a free education. We're told that dozens of students who graduated years ago had never even been sent a bill. The school's vice president of finance apparently had recently begun turning delinquent students over to a collection agency, and it's been reported that some of the money had been recovered. News Center 6 contacted the vice president of finance, but he had no comment. There were proud parents, just not as many of them. There was pomp and circumstance, just not as many marching to the music. Yeager High School's graduation was scheduled to be held outside last Friday, but some rain caused quite a mix-up. School officials canceled the ceremony Friday, then called it back on. But by that time, many of the would-be graduates had gone home. Tonight's graduation was literally a rain check for those students who missed last Friday's graduation or just wanted to go through the ceremony again.
It was chaos. People were bringing in chairs out of the rain. It was delayed for 15, 20 minutes because of people wiping out chairs. And then when they finally got it called back in here, 13 people had already left. And then it just wasn't emotional at all because it was just too much chaos to even be emotional. It wasn't like a graduation should be.
The commencement speaker who spoke last Friday wasn't able to be here tonight. The principal, who was caught in the middle of the commencement chaos, was also absent. But students didn't seem to mind the empty chairs and the smaller crowd. It was their day just the same.
Because everybody was happy.
Yeah.
Because last week everybody was upset.
I think they did the right thing by having another one. A lot of people called and said they were going to be here that didn't show up, but I don't care if there was only 10 here. They done right by having another one, I think.
NBC for the two Virginias, WVVA, Television 6. This is News Center 6 Tonight.
Good evening. It is an important week this week for the GOP.
The Republican National Convention is well underway in San Diego, where delegates are expected to nominate Bob Dole.
Here's Sandy Gilmore with a look at the convention tonight.
Democratic.
Not all Republicans are endorsing the party's candidate for West Virginia governor, Cecil Underwood. Word today that one group of Republicans is backing the Democrat Charlotte Pritt over concerns that Underwood would stagnate the state's progress. The group is called Republicans Voting for Pritt, but some high-level GOP figures in the state say they've never heard of the organizers of the group and call its members rhinos, that's Republicans in name only.
At Bluefield City Hall.
Well, it is the time of year for many state fairs. West Virginia State Fair is now underway, but at the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines, two bizarre killings. Two vendors at the fair were found murdered today. Witnesses say they were beaten, bound, and shot. The bodies were found in an area where many of the fair's vendors stay during the fair's run. Police are searching for suspects today. The victims have not yet been identified.
Well, there are some concerns in the weather department.
That's true. Flooding, a real problem for many today, and it's also a threat once again tonight. When's it going to end, Glenn?
Yeah, there still is a flash flood.
Okay, thanks, Glenn. And coming up, the bomb theory is apparently back.
Investigators turn up more evidence that may be leading towards some kind of bomb on board TWA Flight 800.
The latest next. That was Robert Hager reporting tonight. Some Mercer County folks are going through a scary deja vu as the threat of flooding lingers in our area. Folks who live in these mobile homes in Lashmeet were devastated in May when floodwaters took over the neighborhood. Now they're facing fears of it happening all over again. A flood watch was posted today and brought back some very bad memories.
Just to watch for the water to come up and then leave. It's just real bad down here. It got about 1 to 2 inches in my trailer, in the old trailer, so we had to get rid of the old one and get a new one because it got all the insulation and stuff out from under it.
The hardest hit areas of Mercer County last May included Matoka, Spanishburg, Oakville, Kellysville, and Lashmeet. Those areas were not in immediate danger earlier today, but folks were preparing to move quickly if need be. There's usually a flood of partygoers at WVU's annual back-to-school party, but this year there is another host competing for those guests, the university itself. WVU is spending up to $60,000 this year to hold its own party at the Student Union Building. The university is trying to lure students away from the Grant Avenue Beer Fest, in which 2 students were shot at the gathering 2 years ago. There were 10,000 students there at the block party 2 years ago.
And coming up, watch out next time you reach for the toothpaste.
That's right. You could be conned by some counterfeits out there. The lowdown when we come back. Well, fear over the safety of some of California's beaches. The reason? Sewage waste that's washed up on shore. As Cater Lee reports, it's all due to a massive power outage. Never give your toothpaste a second look? You might want to think twice about that now. A counterfeit toothpaste hit store shelves in El Paso, Texas recently. Folks thought they were buying some Colgate toothpaste. It looks like Colgate, but turns out it's Colgate Dental Cream. A spokesperson for the Colgate-Palmolive company says the Colgate Dental Cream is not their product and doesn't meet FDA standards for dental products. Some who fell for the lookalike have complained of mouth irritations after using the product.
And coming up, the weather forecast.
True. Glenn is in next to tell us when those gray skies are going to start clearing up. Can't wait for that in a couple of minutes. The concern here is flooding.
Out west, they could use some of that water because it is fire.
Wildfires have been burning out of control for several days, and more trouble could be on the way.
Jim Foreman takes a look.
It's good.
All kinds of things going on, it seems like, in the weather lately. The fire and warning of flooding tonight,
Flash
right?
flooding, still a problem in our area. Mercer, Monroe,
Yeah.
Summers, and Greenbrier and Pocahontas counties are the only ones included in a watch now through tonight, but still a real possibility. Again, tomorrow we're expecting more rain.
So we need to be on the lookout. And
Yes, well, it could always be worse.
True,
That
like?
is the theme tonight. Let's
That's your cue, Glenn,
take a
right?
look at some pictures here. First of all, let's go out to Oklahoma. Night lows pretty consistent, near 60.
Man, we are really stuck in this, aren't we?
Yeah, we're stuck in it for this week. Actually, I think once we get past tomorrow, it's not going to be too bad. You know, we should see a little sunshine during the day at
Half
least.
the day. Okay,
Yes.
better than that at all. Thanks,
That's
Glenn.
right, sure.
Coming up next in sports, some expensive legs in the Cowboys' backfield tonight.
And the Reds are going to, if they're going to make a run, they need to do it now. Matt?
You're right, Dave.
Matt Shepard, this being your final night here on the air, I trust you're here with a full sports report.
A full sports report it will be, and it's a full participation sports report. At any time, chime in with your comments and suggestions.
Okay, we're going to love this.
Well, I hope you do, and that's why I'm here to aim to please. That's
Okay,
why I'm here
thanks,
to
Matt.
2 years ago today, the Players Union went on strike on Thursday.
As do you.
As do, well, I report on Friday. My report date is Friday, actually.
Did you get a $15 million signing bonus?
$15 million signing bonus, and they renegotiated the deal and took about $14,999,000.
999.
Millions and millions of dollars less. But that is it. But hey, thanks, guys. I've had fun here.
Thanks for including us in that. That was
Well,
really
I feel so
exciting
bad
for us.
because usually you sit over there and talk. Well, I'd rather have your hair than my hair, if you have to know the truth. I mean, if we're going to cut through it right now, I'll admit that, David.
I'll tell you what,
I don't
Matt.
sit around at night thinking about it or anything, but
No. Actually, we've got a good hair story coming up next.
Great,
So
great.
stick around because some people are asking if aliens have landed in Washington, D.C.
Well, that's right. That's what some folks are wondering. Actually, it's something called Hair World 96, and we'll take you there next.
You're the one.
NBC for the two Virginias. WVVA, Television 6. This is News Center 6 tonight.
Good evening. Parking problems continue in Beckley.
And that has some downtown business owners very nervous about what that means to their bottom line.
Tonight they showed up at the city council meeting not to point fingers, but to work towards a solution.
Part of it could be. I'm willing to do whatever we need to do. I mean, I think that's what we came tonight. I'm not sure if I can.
Desperation could be seen in their faces as they called for action. Already, many say they're feeling the pinch caused by the loss of 750 downtown parking spaces because their customers can't get close enough to their shops to shop.
Because people will leave and go somewhere else. I mean, anybody would. I mean, convenience is the name of the game. If you can't get it done conveniently, you're just going to go somewhere else to get it done, any kind of shopping or service that you seek.
And they came before council offering suggestions and looking for answers.
Can you park here? It's not marked. I don't mind. And yes.
What we're looking to build is 2 parking facilities. One would house 300 cars and the other one would house 470 cars. And also we will be recreating a surface lot where the old parking building used to be that the city torn down in December.
That plan is great, say some, if you're looking at the long term. The earliest yield of a significant number of spaces wouldn't come until next fall. And several business owners say that'll be long after their doors are closed for good.
Mr. File, mentioned, to be patient. Well, we have a hard time being patient. I mean, our customers aren't going to be. We can be as patient as we want to. Customers will just go somewhere else in the meantime.
Several suggestions surfaced before council. One includes restructuring the types of parking downtown. In other words, get rid of some of the monthly parking spaces and make those hourly. Another idea is to turn the clock back to a time when traffic traveled one way and parking was ample.
Now, Mayor Pugh says these problems came as a result of the government's plans to build a new federal complex. That project wasn't supposed to begin until March of 1997.
West Virginia is making quite a showing at the Democratic National Convention. Governor Caperton spoke yesterday and again today. Democratic candidate for governor Charlotte Pritt is also addressing delegates. She says she's been impressed with the reception Mountain State politicians have received in Chicago.
Well, the unity we have out here is just wonderful in the sense that people are excited about our energetic president, and also the fact that we have such powerful Democratic senators and a powerful congressional team in West Virginia, and to have our president there supporting us all is quite exhilarating.
Senator Jay Rockefeller also spoke today. He hit on the themes of hard work, also family. As we said, Governor Caperton took the podium again today. His focus tonight was education. He presented the party's education platform and lauded West Virginia's school system. Caperton says by next year, all schools in the Mountain State will be hooked up to the information superhighway. Caperton told delegates America's future depends on education, and he said, quote, education's future depends on re-electing Bill Clinton.
Now, of course, the focus of the convention is to get Bill Clinton reelected. And to that end, the Democrats brought out some of their heavy hitters tonight, including First Lady Hillary Clinton. Sandy Gilmore reports from Chicago.
The First Lady walked out to roaring applause and a sea of welcoming signs in a show of support amid the torrent of criticism she has received almost since the day her husband took office.
Chicago is my kind of village.
Mrs. Clinton no longer is involved publicly in policymaking, but emphasizes family issues.
I decided to do tonight what I've been doing for more than 25 years. I want to talk about what matters most in our lives and in our nation, children and families.
She defended her husband's policies.
It takes a president who not only holds these beliefs, but acts on them. It takes Bill Clinton.
Earlier, the convention's facade of unity was shattered by criticism of the president's signing of the welfare overhaul bill.
We are mature enough to differ without splitting. That's what makes democracy real. We must protect one dictator.
The risk to children was too great to justify the action of signing that bill, no matter what its political benefits.
The Brady Law has been much talked about at this Democratic convention, but in the Mountain State, an anti-gun group says the law doesn't have much bite, and they blame poor record keeping. The Center to Prevent Handgun Violence says only 1% of gun applications in the state have actually been turned down. The Brady Law requires a 5-day waiting period before any gun sale, and felons are barred from buying guns. The group says West Virginia lags behind in computerizing criminal records.
Well, it's another nice August night out tonight.
But motorists still need to be very careful out there tonight, right, Glenn?
Yeah, we're still going to be dealing with some fog tonight. Could see a rain shower yet. We're keeping our eye out for that, and we've got about 40 minutes to get our rain forecast correct for tonight. Let's take a look at what we expect. Rain's still possible, about a 30-40% chance. There will be fog overnight, and it is developing in some areas with overnight lows near 60 degrees. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. We'll have a look at the forecast for the rest of the week and a peek at the weekend.
Thanks, Glenn. And still ahead, some apartment tenants say they're living in a dump.
And they blame their landlord for not making repairs. We'll take a look at the problem when we come back.
It's taken an entire year to build. Along the way, things were changed, rules broken. Now it's finally ready. Announcing the Dodge Summer Clearance with great deals on nearly every 96 Dodge left in stock. Plus, get up to $4,000 off on Dodge Dakota or low 1.9 financing on select cars. Better act now, because summer clearance means our best sales year is nearly over.
Test drive Dodge Ram and get a chance to win 4 tickets to an upcoming NASCAR Craftsman truck race.
Howdy, folks! Here's what's just off the truck.
at Big Lots. Whoa! Save on muslin sheet sets, twin full or queen at closeout prices. Ladies two-piece flannel boxer sets, not $17, just a comfy $8.99. And top quality kids playwear, a very famous maker for crazy low prices at Big Lots. One day it's this, one day it's that, but every day it's the price. Whoa!
Hi. Hi. Doesn't it make you feel better knowing that Columbia is more than just a hospital? Sure. That they have so many ways of making you healthy? You know, like making it easier to get your blood pressure or cholesterol checked. It's okay. Nobody's judging you.
For the nearest Columbia facility, call 1-800-COLUMBIA.
Authorities in Fayette County recovered the body of a missing teenager. They believe 19-year-old Kelly Lynch jumped off the New River Gorge Bridge late Sunday. What appears to be a suicide note was found in his abandoned car. Two women fishing on the banks of the river spotted Lynch's body about 1.5 miles from the bridge this afternoon. The body has been sent to the state medical examiner for an autopsy.
Authorities in Raleigh County still have some questions about a stabbing last night, and until those questions are cleared up, there probably won't be an arrest. The attack happened just after 10 last night in this trailer park on Hedrick Street. Billy Joe Biggs was stabbed several times in the shoulder and the stomach. Police say Mark Miller has admitted knifing him, but he claims it was in self-defense. Neighbors say the two have been fighting for years. Biggs is in guarded condition at Raleigh General Hospital. And a Raleigh County magistrate sent the case against an accused rapist to the grand jury today. Magistrate Mark Whiteley found enough evidence against 18-year-old Angelo Statler to continue the case. Statler is accused of raping a 76-year-old woman in her home in Beaver on August 3rd. In a preliminary hearing today, the elderly victim identified Statler as the man who raped her.
Old apartment buildings are in need of seemingly constant repair, but some Mercer County residents say their homes are suffering from neglect. Mildred McKinney says she came home Monday to a flooded apartment because the ceiling leaks. The building is also without working smoke detectors and fire extinguishers. McKinney says it's not the first time she or other residents have had problems.
He keeps telling me he'll tar the roof, but it's been tarred for the last 7 years, and it still leaks. Every apartment in this building leaks at one time or another. All the ceilings have fell in at one time or another, and it doesn't need tar, it needs a roof.
Now, the owner of the building, Jimmy Sanget, says he's doing the best he can.
Gotten a crew together. We're getting the materials together. Saturday, we're going up on the building and tarring the back half of the building, and hopefully that'll take care of the problems. I don't have $6,000 to put a new roof on the building as Ms. McKinney demanded, but I'll do the best I can.
And you also agree that it needs a new roof?
Oh, absolutely.
Sanget says he always tries to give his tenants a break when they can't pay the rent, and he wants some patience while he tries to repair the roof. A problem with the water in Princeton is apparently cleared up tonight. West Virginia American Water Company officials say the distribution system storage is refilled and water pressure is back to normal. The manganese used to treat algae in Glenwood Lake has discolored the water, but officials say that's been fixed. The bad smell should also be gone, too.
A group opposed to building an infectious medical waste facility in Mercer County has plenty of backers. The Mercer County Citizens Action Alert collected more than 10,000 signatures on a petition against the autoclave. It was presented to county commissioners today. Things got a bit heated when the future owner of the autoclave showed up.
Bring it in from out of state and dump it on us? Why make Mercer County the dumping ground for the southeastern United States? Why make our health at risk? But it's not only our health, it's generations to come. So why do we have to be the dumping ground for the southeastern United States just for greed?
Belcher says an official public hearing will be held September 23rd. She hopes to have 15,000 signatures by that meeting.
Another controversial rezoning issue in Fayette County. Joe Pino, son of Delegate John Pino, wants to rezone almost an acre of family land for a convenience store. The land lies along Euler Avenue, directly across from St. Peter and Paul's Catholic Church and School. The location of the property has raised questions of safety and of traffic.
Before I started with these proceedings, I went to the priest here. I also went to the principal of the school and asked them if they had any objections to what I proposed to do, and neither of them were in any opposition to the rezoning of the property or the fact that I was putting in a convenience store and a gas station here.
The Oak Hill City Council was expected to vote on the rezoning tonight, but that decision was postponed until October the 1st.
And coming up on the news tonight, cold season is starting.
How to stave off the virus in Healthline 6 next.
The start of another school year. But who's the guy with the hair?
Are you really our teacher?
I'm what your parents are paying a lot of money to keep you away from. The kids like Mr. Rhodes. The principal's not so sure.
The last thing you want to hear on Parents' Night is, why is my child being taught by Fabio?
Mr. Rhodes, Mondays this fall on NBC.
We're supposed to be car salesmen, not Navy SEALs. We sneak over there, we get the details on the factory authorized clearance, and we sneak out. Come on.
Save on Ford's entire lineup during the Ford Factory Authorized Clearance at your best quality Ford dealer. Get a great deal on a 97 Escort.
What if we get caught? We plead insanity. Right.
The totally redesigned Escort, now with a great deal during the Factory Authorized Clearance at your best quality Ford dealer.
Low prices getting better every day. That's gotta make you smile. Always low prices, always Walmart.
Reason 4,200,003 why you should stay in school. Smart is sexier than stupid, any day.
Riviera's an incredible drive. It's the car I've been driving around Austin quite a bit. It's fun. It reminds me of my high school, college days. It's very fast. It's fun for me to drive. I enjoy it.
Tonight in Healthline 6, some news that may help lessen the after effects of angioplasty heart surgery. But first, some tips on helping stop the spread of that common cold.
The start of school is often the start of the cold season, and for working moms, that can mean time off work caring for sick children. A study in the American Journal of Infection Control suggests just knowing how germs are spread and practicing safe techniques can help stop the spread of colds and prevent missed work and school. Colds are easily shared between kids because they touch common surfaces, like toys and doorknobs, for example. Doctors say the key to preventing colds is by properly washing hands and disinfecting surface areas at least 3 times a week. And in Heart News tonight, researchers say just a single dose of a drug called Riapro, given after angioplasty heart surgery, can dramatically reduce blood clots and post-surgery deaths. In some cases, researchers say it reduced deaths by 60%. And researchers say it appears to have a positive benefit for up to 3 years after a single dose.
And finally, time to take a look at tonight's Healthline 6 question. A Mercer County viewer wants to know if there's anything that can be done to reduce or minimize dark circles under the eyes. Dr. Surinder Chopra, a plastic surgeon in Bluefield, Virginia, has this advice.
First of all, you have to find out what's wrong with your skin or underneath the skin. And all these factors have to be taken into consideration before you treat it. And if you've lost a lot of weight, or if you're distressed, or you're emotionally upset, and you did not have enough sleep, or you drink a lot or smoke a lot, then under those circumstances, there are certain reasons why the dark circles have come up.
Chopra says some cosmetics may help counter the effects of under-eye circles. If you have a question you'd like us to help find an answer to, write to us here at Healthline 6, P.O. Box 1930, Bluefield, West Virginia, 24701.
Well, a big check for a Tazewell County couple.
That's right. A $30,000 check from the state legislature was presented to Mercer County commissioners today to study the idea. Actually, I'm sorry, Dave, I'm wrong. You're right.
We're going to the lottery story. News Center 6's Juliet Nader spoke with the Tazewell County's newest millionaires after winning $15 million.
We've been playing it since, well, the lottery started. We've been playing our birthday numbers. That's the ones that won it.
This couple may not have been born lucky, but their birthdays have made them millionaires. Bea and Robert Creech are the first people ever to win the lottery in Richlands. Bea bought the ticket at the Richlands Little General Store. The couple was watching the lottery drawing Wednesday night when their numbers came up.
No, we still don't realize that we won it. We haven't went out and bought a thing, not the first thing.
The Creeches are splitting the $15 million jackpot with two other winners. The retired couple is in their early 70s and has been living on Social Security in a small Richlands apartment. The Creeches plan to share their $5 million winnings with their married daughter and 3 grandchildren. And more winnings will be shared at the Little General Store. The shop got its reward for selling the winning ticket today.
The clerks are all going to get a bonus from it. So we're real thrilled about it.
Since the Creech's big win, the Richlands Little General has gained the reputation of a lucky spot. Store managers say they've seen a dramatic increase of people coming in to buy lotto tickets. As for the Creeches, Bea says she definitely wants a washer and dryer, and Robert has been looking for a new car. But the couple says they're not planning any whirlwind trips or spending sprees.
Health-wise, if we was able, we would buy us a motor home and we would take out and forget it. But we're not able to do that now, so we're just going to sit down and be happy on it.
Make up our mind. Take one day at a time.
In Tazewell County, Juliet Nader, News Center 6.
Now, where are we? Is weather coming up next or something?
That's right. And it looks like August is going to end on an up note.
You trust me with this now? Glenn says the midweek is looking very nice. He joins us with the details next.
A new day. What's on your to-do list? Isn't it time you had a For You list? Get a Jimmy by GMC. It helps you do the things you have to do. And now with the $1,500 you'll save in your Jimmy SLT, you'll have a little something extra to do some things for you. Like pick up some sticks, polish the new silver, or just get out of town.
Whatever you do, see Jimmy at your hometown GMC dealer today.
You're the one I can count on day after day. Oh, there's no second guessing. You show me the way. You're a part of me. That's the heart of me. Together we are harmony. Dr. Pepper, you're a part of me.
Come on, play the game, now take a chance.
With Lucky Joker, there are 3 ways to win. Plus, you can double, even triple your winnings instantly.
Dreams can come true, it could happen to you. Playing the West Virginia Lottery. Playing the West Virginia Lottery.
No matter how high the thermometer climbs or how sticky the humidity gets, nothing will be hotter this summer than the deals you'll get during Jeep Summer Days, where you can lease Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $359 a month, or lease Cherokee Sport for $219 a month, including no charge air. And get deals that are truly steamy on the all-new Jeep Wrangler. But you'd better hurry in, because deals this incredibly hot are bound to cool down fast.
See your West Virginia Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Glenn Willie, I think this heat is starting to get to Loretta.
I know, we're a little worried about her. She's doing just fine.
Well, we wear these little things in our ears that give us messages, and he got the message and I didn't, so anyway. Like Tom Brokaw was wearing at the convention tonight.
Yeah.
They all wear those.
Something must be blocking the messages in there
yeah, it's
somewhere.
called the common cold.
Well, you're doing just fine, and actually the weather's doing pretty well tonight, too. We thought we were going to see some rain earlier, and we didn't, and kind of nice to be wrong.
That's a good sign.
Nobody's complaining.
We still might get the rain shower, though. Try and sneak it in before midnight. Let's check some numbers at the Mercer County Airport. 67 degrees. Got up to 80 today for the daytime high. Had plenty of sunshine. Skies cleared out pretty nicely this afternoon. 76% humidity, so it's getting up there. Barometers on the rise. Winds are calm. No rain at the Mercer or the Raleigh County Airport. We're at 66, 84% humidity. The barometer's steady. And the winds are calm. Temperatures across the two states tonight, 60s and 70s, 75 degrees in Grundy's the warmest, and then a slew of 66s in Lewisburg, Beckley, Tazewell, and Wytheville. Those are the coolest. Real quick, let's give you an update on Hurricane Edward. Still churning out in the Atlantic, still a Category 3 storm with winds at 130 miles per hour, gusting up to 160. Continues to move west-northwest about 15 miles per hour, and here it is. We're still keeping an eye on it. For now, still looks like it's going to get close and then pull on out into the Atlantic, as these storms tend to do. Keeping a real close eye on it, though, for the next 24, 48 hours. We'll have a better idea what's going to be happening then. Let's take a look at our surface map here, and a cold front's trying to come through. Warm air pushing up against it, so it's slowing the system down a little bit, and it's really stalled over top of us now. We're trying to get it pushed through here, but we're not having any luck. I've been pushing as hard as I can all night. Some rain showers, though, popping up along this front, and watch how these developed out to the west. We got all excited at 6 o'clock, and then by the time they got to us, nothing. And really, on the radar map now, nothing's showing up, just some light rain out far to the west. Still could see a rain shower yet tonight. Some scattered showers popping up across the area, just light rain showers, so it's not going to amount to much of anything if we see those showers at all. May catch a shower tomorrow as well as this front passes through. Just a slight chance, though, for those rain showers tomorrow. We'll finally get this system through. We should see the skies open up a little more and have a little more sunshine during the day. Temperatures aren't going to change a whole lot. Daytime highs near 80. We'll get this high pressure in behind it as we get on into the weekend, and that will help warm up the temperatures just a little bit. And we should see mostly sunny skies, especially as we get on into the end of the week. Friday looks nice, too, with partly cloudy skies. Temperatures will remain real constant. Right around 80 degrees. This high is going to settle in over top of us, and we should keep the sunshine around right on through the weekend. Let's check out our forecast for tonight. Rain possible, then clearing. There's going to be some areas of fog tonight and into tomorrow morning with overnight lows near 60 degrees. And then tomorrow should be a real nice day, partly cloudy and seasonal. Just a slight chance for a shower, but I don't think we'll see one tomorrow. Daytime highs near 80 degrees. Tomorrow night, mostly clear and some foggy travel late tomorrow night with lows near 60 degrees. Let's check the extended outlook here, 82 and 58 on Thursday. Should see mostly sunny skies Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Daytime highs low 80s, overnight lows upper 50s near 60 degrees.
Nice looking temps.
Not bad at all, huh?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to trudge along here.
Are you with us?
Right along.
Trying to keep up tonight. Thanks, Glenn.
Sure.
Coming up in sports, James Monroe gears up for another high school football season.
And the Princeton Reds bring down the curtain on their home season. Mark?
Yeah, but there is one game left to play. But first, highlights of tonight's action from Honeycutt Field coming up next in sports. Stay with us.
Your fishing buddy said the Honda Passport is rugged and loaded with standard features. No hurry, you replied. Mike at the tackle shop offered. The Passport has the reliability you'd expect from a Honda. Patience, you responded. Then came the 96 Honda clearance lease, $259 a month for 30 months and a $2,200 down payment. Your wife exclaimed,
He always knew when to strike.
timing is everything at your Honda dealer.
We're proud of Acme's wide selection of fresh produce at low, low prices that fill your cart, not empty your pockets.
This week, get USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Roast, half off just $1.29. For lunches, Thornapple Valley Turkey Breast or Sliced Ham, 2 for $4.99. Folgers Colombian Roast Coffee, only $4.99. And fresh broccoli or cauliflower, just 99 cents.
Great prices, fresh foods, friendly service. You get so much more for your money. It just makes dollars and cents to shop Acme.
Hi, I'm the guy whose vintage Corvette you stole and totaled. I wanted to let you know, I don't hold grudges. They only made 11 of that model, but
The new Boss and Crispy Curls only at Hardee's.
second one off the line.
A quarter-pound burger with our very own Boss sauce and specially seasoned Crispy Curls for $1.99. Not for long.
Look what I found.
Now get a Hardee's made from scratch bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit for just 99 cents.
What's up? That's the Ford guys. They started a factory-authorized clearance.
If only there was a way to find out what's really going on.
It's the Ford Factory Authorized Clearance going on now at your best quality Ford dealer. For a limited time, you can get a hot new, fully equipped Ford Mustang with $500 cash back.
Why don't we just mark our cars down as low as the Ford guys have and get some of our customers back?
Because we go out of business.
That's $500 cash back on Ford Mustang during your Ford dealer's Factory Authorized Clearance.
Loretta, now this is where Mark comes out and joins us for sports.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Dave, is there anything out of order here?
I think he's got it.
Please check.
Where's my frying pan?
I've been checking my message receivers in my ear.
You're good to go.
You know what they're saying right now?
Hurry it up.
Shut up and move on. The Princeton Reds and Bluefield Orioles in the 1996 Appalachian League season. The way they began it with a home-and-home two-game series. The two teams facing off tonight at Honeycutt Field in Princeton before moving over to Bluefield for the final game tomorrow night. Bluefield manager Bobby Dickerson trying to get his team ready for the championship series, which begins Thursday in Bluefield. Top of the first, Calvin Pickering with a base hit into right field. Richard Paz comes in to score. The Orioles take a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the first, Orioles pitcher Lewis Fisher with a wild pitch. Here comes Jeremy Skeens moving over to third and in scoring position. And he'll come home because the next guy, Damon Denman, pushes one into left field. Skeens scores, tying the game 1-1. The Reds had opportunities in the first. In fact, this base hit here will put runners on second and third, but they couldn't get them home, and that was the story of the night and the year for the Reds as they lose to the Orioles tonight, 14-3. Same two teams tomorrow in Bluefield. Switch to the majors now. Braves pitcher John Smoltz going for his 21st victory of the season tonight. The Braves in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates tonight. And check your travel agent. I believe there's some discount rates going to the moon from the airlines nowadays. Top of the second, that's Jermaine Dye to center field, his 8th home run of the season as the Braves take a 1-0 lead. What's amazing about the next guy, though, Andrew Jones, the rookie, he hadn't been up but 3 or 4 weeks and already has half the home runs Dye does. That's his 4th one right there. 2-0 Braves take the lead. Bottom of the 5th, Pittsburgh right back. Al Martin drops one into left field. Jason Kendall scores, giving the Pirates a 3-2 lead. And Denny Nagel just plain showed up. Smoltz tonight, 6 strikeouts, his 14th win. Pirates win 3-2. In Baltimore tonight, don't ask me, well, are we going to check the Oriole highlights? Guess not. Anyway, Baltimore winner tonight over Oakland. What are they telling me in here? 3-1. They're saying move on again. Tiger Woods is turning in his amateur status for a chance at riches in the professional golf ranks. Actually, before he plays his first tournament as a pro golfer, he's already hit the jackpot. Woods released a statement today saying he'd turn pro at this weekend's Greater Milwaukee Open. Tiger won a record 3rd straight U.S. amateur title on Sunday. Woods apparently didn't have to think about much before he moved up. He's signing an endorsement deal with Nike worth $40 million over 5 years, but he still must get his tour card to compete on the PGA Tour full time. Well, high school football coaches will tell you as the season goes along and the injury bug bites, the lack of players becomes a problem. Depth is a problem already. To start this season at James Monroe, the Mavericks lost 10 seniors who played a significant role in their AA playoff team of a year ago. So Coach Don Jackson has turned into a scientist of sorts, moving and shifting players all over the place.
We've experimented and moved people around, but we're basically locked into, we don't have a lot of experience there after we get past that first 11 or 12.
Jackson has had to rework his offense some this season as well, so don't expect to see the typical wide-open Don Jackson offense from the James Monroe Mavericks this year.
We're going to try to keep our scheme pretty much the same. We're just going to have to tone it down a little bit. These kids are not quite able to do the skill things that we've done before, and we might be a little bit more ground-oriented than we were in the past. But hopefully, if we keep working on our passing game, we'll get our offense back the way we like to play.
Well, the Mavs open Friday night at home against their rivals from across the border at Narrows. Finally, the U.S. Open Tennis Championships into their second day and night in New York City. Most of the sport's bigger names in action today, including men's top seed Pete Sampras, who had absolutely no problem. He ripped through his first-round opponent, Jimmy Szymanski, 6-2, 6-2, and 6-1. A straight sets victory to advance into the next round. Women's second seed, Monica Seles. She had an easier day than that, if you can believe that or not. Needed just 55 minutes to beat Ann Miller, who we hope certainly enjoyed her 55 minutes on the court. Seles dropped just one game, winning 6-love and 6-1. 2 weeks of tennis up there in New York.
Really?
Ahead of us?
Huh?
Or we just wrapped it up, or ahead of us? Sorry.
Ahead of us.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's one of those nights, I think.
I'm listening for a message.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, there it is.
And
there's the message.
Still ahead. Have you ever set off one of the metal detectors at an airport?
A West Virginian at the Democratic Convention has, and she's making headlines for it, too. The story next.
Dodge Ram has won a lot of awards from a lot of experts, from a lot of magazines. But according to a survey of new vehicle owners by Strategic Vision, Ram is also winner of the Total Quality Award for Best Owner Experience in its class for the second year in a row. An award from the most important truck experts of all, the people who make the payments. Test drive Dodge Ram and get a chance to win 4 tickets to an upcoming NASCAR Craftsman truck race.
Just because we're kids doesn't mean we don't care.
Kids learn what they're encouraged to learn.
I think we're supposed to help protect nature.
If they're encouraged to learn about the environment, it's amazing how conscientious they become. I'm the green coordinator at Walmart in Branson, Missouri, and my job is to find ways for Walmart to make a difference, even if it's a small one. If you get the kids involved, you get the parents involved.
Walmart helped us build our nature trail, and it's pretty cool.
I am so proud of these kids.
A runner, a teacher, a fixer, a maker.
Here we go again. Back to the back-to-school runaround. Rite Aid can help. We've got Big Shavers 10-pack, just 99 cents after single check rebate. Mentadent toothbrush, toothpaste, or mouthwash, 2 for just $5. And Conair Pro Style hair dryer, only $14.99. For your life, Rite Aid's got it.
In this life you need it all.
It's the end of the model year, and from the winners of the 96 North American Car of the Year award comes the clearance of the year, the National Chrysler Clearance. Choose from all these 96 award-winning Chryslers. Get $1,000 cash back on the Sporty Cirrus, or APR as low as 1.9% on Chrysler Concorde, or $3,000 cash back on the luxurious Chrysler LHS. For a limited time only on 96 models during the National Chrysler Clearance. Only at your Chrysler dealer.
There are a lot of stories coming out of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago.
And it's a West Virginia delegate with one of the most unusual ones. Pat White from Polka was just trying to get into the United Center on Monday, like all the other delegates, but she set off the metal detector. Now, after a thorough search, guards found out what was to blame. Nothing sinister, just something with a little lift. It seems White's Wonder Bra triggered the detector, and she's been making headlines in the airwaves nationwide ever since that story was uncovered.
I don't think I should say anything here, do you?
I'm not touching this one.
With my luck
I
tonight.
think that's something for women to keep in mind if they're going to the airport.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot those underwear bras are wires, so you got to think about that when you're traveling.
Look at the time.
This just in, we're wrapping it up.
That's our show for this evening. Thanks for sticking with us tonight.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is coming up next.
You have been watching News Center 6, the region's most watched newscast.
Studios in Burbank. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Featuring Kevin Eubanks of the Tonight Show Band. And me, Hyman Hall. Tonight, Jay welcomes actor Tom Arnold. The music of Trisha Yearwood. And a cooking demonstration by Chef Emerald Lagasse. And now, Jay Leno. Tonight, Jay welcomes Tipper Gore. The music of Harry Connick Jr. And comedian Kim Wayans. And now, Jay.
I guess this is the hottest day of the year, isn't it? This unbelievable thing. In fact, listen, it was so hot in Hollywood, the drug dealers are selling cracksicles, okay? That's how bad it is. Unbelievable. In fact, I'll tell you how hot it was today. Michael Jackson was only chasing Eskimo boys, okay? That's how hot it was. It's a hot day. It's a hot day. In fact, it was so hot, people going to Angels games just because they heard they were in the cellar. That's how hot. Well, let's see what's going on in the world. Oh, did you see this in the paper today? Fascinating studies. You play sports, you might be interested in this. Doctors in California have discovered that football players who receive too many blows to the head can become brain damaged, and this can lead to poor decision-making later in life. That's why...
Third inning, that's Chris Hoyles, and that's gone. Solo shot to left field, his 10th of the season, cuts the lead to 2-1. It's go deep night, although Brady Anderson didn't in the 5th. He just sent a single down into right field, scoring 2 runs right here. Orioles in control, 7-4, and then in the 6th, it's Cal Ripken, old reliable, hitting one into the upper deck. Rocky Coppinger, a former Bluefield Oriole, played Bluefield just about 2 years ago, winning pitcher tonight. Birds win 12-9. Go to New York now. The Atlanta Braves taking on the New York Mets this evening, top of the 4th. A runner on for Fred McGriff, and see you later to center field. A 2-run homer, his 17th of the year. Atlanta up 2-1. In the 7th, the Mets, Lance Johnson. Watch this. Go out to right field. Look at Dwight Smith. Whoops, can't quite keep his footing. Tim Bogar will score, ties the game 2-2. Top of the 8th, it's 3-2 Mets when Chipper Jones sends the always exciting but terribly effective sacrifice fly out to left field. Marquise Grissom scores, ties the game at 3. The Braves then go on to win in 13 innings, the final tonight, 4-3. Afternoon game today in San Francisco. Don't know what that guy's problem is as the Pirates took on the Giants. Top of the 4th, Stan Javier to left field, solo home run. Giants up 2-0 in this one. In the 6th, the Pirates, Orlando Merced, a wicked shot back up the middle. They called that a base hit, believe it or not. Al Martin scores, and the Pirates in control. And then it's Nelson Liriano in the 6th with a triple to the wall in center field. Merced scores. The Pirates win this afternoon, beating the Giants. The final score 7-2 there. Well, a new manager, a new pitching coach, and a new season. The Appalachian League's Princeton Reds checked into preseason training camp earlier today. Some of the faces are the same. They're holdovers from last season. The new Reds manager, Mark Wagner, had his eyes squarely on his players in the Reds' 3-hour workout at Honeycutt Field this afternoon. Wagner and his pitching coach, Terry Abbott, trying to learn those important things like names and faces and get a handle on who can do what for this team.
I haven't seen the players from extended in about 2.5 months. And, it gives me a time, to get a look at them, and plus our new signees, and see how they swing, see how they go about their business, and just try and get them ready here in about 8 days.
Well, they'll continue workouts until next Tuesday. They open the season at Bluefield, then return home to face the Orioles the following day. Well, Phil Jackson's apparently not kidding when he says he won't coach the Chicago Bulls next year. His players are now backing him up. His contract with the Bulls expires on July 1st, and the Coach of the Year says if the team fails to make him a contract offer that's substantial, he'll spend next year in Montana. And not on the bench in Chicago, Scottie Pippen says he's backing his coach up, thinks the entire team should take the year off if Jackson doesn't get his contract. So
I think he's deserving of that.
I think it probably, yeah.
Okay.
At least.
Well, thanks, Mark. And next, a suburban neighborhood becomes a deer maternity ward.
Stay with us for the story.
There's just something people like about a pickup man.
See the ultimate pickup man Saturday night, June 22nd. Compliments of your local Ford dealer and Coca-Cola. Test drive any new Ford. Get a free Coke and a ticket to the Coca-Cola 200 truck race at Bristol Motor Speedway. That's a $30 value from your best quality Ford dealer. And Coke. Always time to refuel. Always Coca-Cola.
There's just something people like about a pickup man. Yeah, yeah.
Big Lots presents
Closeout Man. I'm here to convince Penny Pincher she'll get more for her money at Big Lots. And she's one smart shopper. I'm ready, Chubby.
Get Dad a 25-foot tape measure for only $2.99.
The closeout price is my kind of price.
Men's embroidered golf shirts, just $9.99. And give Pops a call on a 10-channel cordless phone from GE. Not $50, just $24.99 at Big Lots.
So come and get it.
Looking for choice meats? Acme offers a wide selection of fresh, top-quality meats at low prices. Happy Father's Day from Acme. Start your morning off right with Kellogg's Corn Flakes, 2 for $3, or try Lay's Bacon, just $1.39. Encore Chicken Nibblers or Patties, $1.99. And save 50 cents on Armour Meat Hot Dogs, just 69 cents. Great prices, fresh foods, and friendly service. You get so much more for your money. It just makes dollars and cents to shop Acme.
The award, 1996 4x4 of the Year. But you don't get it unless you earn it. And once again, Jeep Grand Cherokee did. But with all of Grand Cherokee's major new improvements, was it really any surprise? Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now get up to $1150 in option values. This is your year for the award-winning 4x4 of the Year.
See your West Virginia Jeep and Eagle dealer.
New life for some deer that wandered into a Chicago area backyard.
That's right. One of the deer has given birth to twins. The other 4 animals were captured and released back into the wild. But Mama Deer and her 2 babies are staying with animal lover Dwight Other. He's the man who convinced residents not to kill the animals when they started hanging around the neighborhood. Other is a licensed wildlife rehabilitator. Right now, there are more than 60 animals in his care.
Man, good guy to have in your neighborhood.
Yes.
That's the news for tonight. Thanks for being with us.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is up next.
Studios in Burbank. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, featuring Kevin Eubanks and the Tonight Show Band, and me, I'm Ed Hall. Tonight, Jay welcomes actress Robin Wright Penn, comedian Billy Connolly, and the music of Los Lobos. And now, Jay.
This morning, I'm driving in, I'm listening to talk radio on the way in, and they have this huge debate on whether executions should be televised. We've all heard this thing. Quick story. How many people think executions should be televised? How many people think they should not be televised? All right, how many feel it should be up to the families of the Seattle Supersonics if they want to see it or not? Just curious. Here's an interesting fact. Scientists at the National Institute on Aging say that avoiding sex can actually help you live longer. And no, this is true. And having sex often can cause you to die younger. You know what that means? Hey, all this time we've been worried about Bob Dole's age. We should have been worried about Bill Clinton. He might not make it the next 4 years. He might not make it. He could drop dead. As you know, Bob Dole stepped down today, and they say Senator Trent Lott is expected to replace Bob Dole as the Senate Majority Leader. Now, this means we'll have a Senate Majority Leader from Mississippi, a Speaker of the House from Georgia, and a President from Arkansas. Our government's going to have more Southern accents than a documentary on UFO abductions. controversy continues to grow about the Kathy Lee thing with the sweatshops in Walmart. You know that whole thing with the clothes being made in Honduras? Is that what? Well, NBC has jumped on the bandwagon. They are doing a movie of the week about this, Kev. Do you hear about this? This is unbelievable. They have jumped on this whole sweatshop thing. In fact, when we